All right, this really is absolutely unbelievable. They have everything 100% backwards. Vitamin D deficiencies linked to irritable bowel syndrome. So they say, ooh, they don't have enough vitamin D, so we'll give them some more vitamin D. That'll fix the irritable bowel. No, the irritable bowel is because it's not processing the food correctly to create the vitamin D. So I don't care how much vitamin D you give them, they're still going to have the irritable bowel because they don't have the digestive action going on. But they come down here and say it's got diarrhea, constipation, bloating, abdominal pain, and all this stuff. And it says they did a small pilot, 50 people, and they gave them a dummy and a real probiotic. And they said they found that the supplementation increased vitamin D levels, as you would expect, but there was no significant impact on IBS symptoms. Obviously, you didn't fix the problem. They think they just give them some vitamin D and the guy's all better. This is the problem with medicine. No freaking clue. Absolutely backwards. Every single disease you have, 100%, if you put it in, follow it by, and digestive disorder, you will find out it'll say if you have that disease, you will also have this particular digestive disorder because the disease causes the digestive disorder. It's exactly the opposite. The digestive disorder causes the disease because you can't process the food correctly, you cannot get the nutrition you need, or you cannot get the vitamins or whatever it is that you extract from the stuff that flows through your body. And you cannot break it down without these enzymes. You can't get the enzymes without the bacteria, and we have killed the bacteria in most of the kids. Well, I had a problem. I had to have surgery twice because I had bacteria problem because of antibiotics after a root canal. And they just don't understand. It's 100% backwards. I'm sorry, it's just a fact. Okay, this is about the 5th time I've tried to start this, trying to think of how to make this simple. I'm gonna jump over a lot so that it becomes simple. I had human mitochondrial DNA tested for my mud fossils. I went back to look to see what exactly that does, and it turned into this, because I also do health. Now let's go through this whole thing that talks about this mitochondrial DNA and what it does and where it is. All I care about is this right at this moment. Like I said, I'm going to cut right to the chase. This mitochondrial genome has evolved its own unique solution to regulating genes. They're talking about genes. And you know what a genetic expression is. It means, I'm going to make a finger grow, or I am going to make whatever it does, creates products. That's what gene expression literally does. It creates an end product that has a result. And if the product is correct, the result is correct, and you're healthy. If the command sent is defective, you're not going to be healthy. That's what they always assume. Oh, it's the genome. It's the gene expression that's not coming correct. I say no. The gene expression is correct, but it has to deal with a bacteria and say to the bacteria, hey, create this enzyme for me, and that's going to make some collagen. Well, the bacteria is not there. You don't get the collagen. You don't get the collagen, you cannot create the chemistry for your body to function. They are finding this out now. They have just finally realized how important these enzymes are. And I will show you this. So here we go. The mitochondrial genome has evolved its own unique solution to regulating gene expression. The gene expression is making the product occur. Let's see how it has evolved its own unique solution to doing that. Okay, my friends, this just doesn't get any clearer than this. I've been saying for years now that bacteria creates the enzymes are the chemistry sets. They go and break everything in your body and kill the bacteria that come in to attack you. Viruses are nothing more than enzymes as well. Exactly identical, only we say, hurt you, therefore it's a virus. If it's an enzyme, it's still exactly the same, only it does something good for you. Now, here's the deal. Human mitochondrial genetics is what I was studying, and that's why I got into jumping into here. And I looked down here and it goes, hey, look, listen to this. You get all your energy from this ATP, basically. The mitochondrial diseases are genetic disorders. I don't necessarily agree with that. I say it's bacteria. And slight problems with any of the numerous enzymes. I say that the bacteria make the enzymes. So they think the enzymes come from nowhere. So if you've got a problem with one of those enzymes used by the mitochondria, it can devastate the cell and in turn the organism. Any one of these enzymes, slight problems with any of the numerous enzymes. Where do they think these enzymes come from? Bacteria make the enzymes. You kill a bacteria in your gut, you ain't gotta know enzymes. You ain't gotta know enzymes, you ain't gotta know chemistry. You ain't gotta know chemistry, you're gonna be sick. Alright, I've been saying this for years, and they know this, and there's no mystery here. Bacteria produce a variety of enzymes. Enzymes are these extremely elegant coiled coils of molecules that either break down your digestive products so that you can absorb that food you eat. And a lot of people being overweight, they don't have the right bacteria in their gut to absorb the correct nutrients, so they end up overeating to make up for the nutrients your body is craving, and they end up getting extra weight because they're not getting the nutrients. And they still don't get the nutrients. So then they end up with digestive issues, and they end up with, pre-existing conditions. Anyway, it's all related to this bacteria. Bacteria produce the enzymes, and they allow for complex chemistry to occur. And you're going to see it's required. Bacteria are actually the factories that produce the enzymes. I've been saying it over and over. When the right bacteria are present in the right quantities, under the right conditions, they produce enzymes much more economical than they can manufacture them in factories. Well, you can't manufacture an enzyme like your body does. Your body makes an enzyme so elegant and so perfect and so designed because they can tailor them. These enzymes are not just one specific enzyme forever. The enzymes, they call them, I forget what they call it, but the enzymes can change, just like isotopes. They're isozymes, I think they call them. I believe that's what they call them. They're changing enzymes produced by the same bacteria, but it's the enzyme itself, the chemistry changes a smidge to deal with a new invader. Because this one bacteria may create 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 or even 1,000 different enzymes. I don't know what they do, but I know they create enzymes. And when they create the enzyme, if the bacteria is not there, you don't get the enzymes. You don't get the enzymes, you're going to be sick. All right? I hope that's pretty straightforward. All right. I am going to make this just as absolutely simple as I can possibly make it. And it is simple, and you will understand this intimately within 5 minutes. You have bacteria in you. Everybody has it. And the bacteria are living cells, and they consume wastes of different type in your body. They reproduce by splitting into other bacterias, and bacteria, they grow. They grow. And the bacteria produce a variety of enzymes. Here's the critical thing, the enzymes that allow for complex chemistry to occur. Bacteria are actually the factories that produce the enzymes. When the right bacteria are present in the right quantities under the right conditions, they produce enzymes much more economically than people can manufacture them. They try to make them, you can't make them like the body does. Now, what is an enzyme? Enzymes are not alive. They're not alive. They are complex chemistry sets made up from amino acid subunits. There's these little molecules that are amino acids, and they have to be put together in the right way to create DNA and RNA and all the other building blocks of life. Enzymes cannot reproduce themselves. Now listen to this. They can't reproduce themselves. So how do they get made? But what they do is they speed up chemical reactions without getting used up themselves. And when they say speed up, one single enzyme molecule can change 10 to the 7th power of other molecules in 1 second. That's 10 million, I believe, something around it, 10 million other molecules in 1 second, and not even get used up by itself. Now, listen to this. This is critical. Listen to this carefully. All enzymes are proteins. Remember this. And some enzymes attack proteins. So enzymes, that's a virus. Enzymes can be viruses. So enzymes are proteins, and some enzymes attack proteins, which are other enzymes. So the enzymes keep themselves in check. Therefore, enzyme usefulness is limited by the digestion from other enzymes. Well, that's what they're saying. Here's what it is. They balance each other so that you don't get too much zinc, but you get some zinc. So the good guy zinc guy creates the zinc, and the bad guy zinc guy says, whoa, 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 that's too much, and they keep it at a level. So they are the balancers. Any one of these bacteria goes bad, you lose enzymes. Let's talk about that. All right, they evolved by using enzymes to regulate the different products in the body. This is on COVID-19. A common antioxidant enzyme may provide potential treatment for COVID-19. And I looked into this deeply, and this is a deadly, deadly enzyme. It's Catalase. Now watch this, a study detailing, and this is by UCLA, this is and China. They found that Catalase, a naturally occurring enzyme. Enzymes are made by bacteria, the factories that make the enzymes. So, and they know what the bacteria is. And I have some in this stuff here. It's one of these bacteria. It's the plantanum, I think. Lactobacillus plantanum, I believe. But it's a bacteria that creates this enzyme. Well, let's look into this detailed study, because this will blow you away when I show you what they talk about here. And this is extremely, extremely detailed, because they cannot talk about COVID-19 without being extremely, backed up by some very, very sophisticated research. And it's done. I read the whole thing, and they are just out of control with their research. And what it does, it goes and it regulates the inflammatory process. Catalase assists to regulate the production of cytokines. Cytokines come out and they attack the hell out of you and kill you because they're a storm trying to attack something they don't know how to attack. Well, Catalase not only regulates the production of cytokines, it actually creates the enzymes to do the job. That's really what it does. Catalase is an enzyme producer. Hold on, let me get the details. All right, here's what they've done. They've evolved antioxidant defense mechanisms using enzymes to neutralize the harmful effects of certain products in your body that are byproducts of just living. Now, Catalase is one of the crucial antioxidant enzymes made by bacteria, which are the factories. It mitigates oxidative stress, and it breaks down hydrogen peroxide into water and oxygen. Now, it is something that happens as you're age-related. See, here's what it says. Deficiency or malfunction of catalase is postulated to be related to the pathogenesis of why many age-associated degenerative diseases like diabetes, mellitus, hypertension, anemia, vitiligo, Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's, they are all, literally, and I'm telling you, they are all associated to gut disorders, which is bacteria in the membrane-bound places, and you need probiotics. Now, I use Primal Defense. I'm going to stand behind them because that stuff works for me, and it's worked for everybody that's taken it that I know of. I don't get anything from them. I don't care for anything. I just want to tell you what I do. I'm not saying take it, but I'm saying it works for me. Now, and these are all age-related stuff. And I'm feeling a little better taking more of it. I wasn't taking too much. I was only taking like 1 a day or something. Now I'm taking up to 2, 3 a day. And I'm feeling a lot more. I feel better. Anyway, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, bipolar disorder, cancer, schizophrenia, every single one of these things has a enzyme-related problem. They're being undertaken in many laboratories to support the use of potential drug for the treatment of such diseases. Catalase is one of the major things. This paper describes direct, indirect involvement of the deficiency or modifications of catalase in the pathogenesis of some important diseases, and they go through the whole line of them again. Now, why do they say it's important? And why? How can we look at it and see why is a catalase the thing? Catalase is in every single cell of your body, 100% of the cells of your body. Why is it there? It breaks things down. What does it break down? Well, let's look at it. All right, you should come up to here, Mudfossil University, and come up and look at UCLA says catalase enzyme appears effective on COVID. And that's what they say. Now, I did this video.
That's my statement.
And I can't open this up to full screen because something's broken here. But I looked into this because I started looking for something else, and it brought me into these molecules. But this is how sophisticated these molecules are. Absolutely unbelievable. And they are the regulatory system that does all this. Now, there's a graph in here somewhere. Let me find it. Hold on. All right, so here we go back to genes again. Here we are for gene. It's called the catalase Homo sapien gene that encodes for catalase, a key antioxidant enzyme. Well, why is it key? Wait till you see this. It'll knock your socks off. It did mine. Boom. This is where catalase resides. Adrenal, appendix, bone marrow, brain, colon, duodenum, esophagus, fat, gallbladder, heart, kidney, liver. Well, what happens in the liver? Why is it so huge in the liver? All your blood goes through the liver. That is the washing machine of blood. That's the washing machine. It's dense in there. It's an enzyme. It's a breaker of molecules. I don't know what it breaks, but it's breaking something in there that is bad stuff as far as I'm concerned. Now, it's in the lungs, it's in lymph nodes, ovaries, pancreas, everything, all the way down the line to the urinary bladder. Now, that is an enzyme. That breaks molecules millions per second as they pass through there. If you don't have these catalases in your body, you will be deficient in one of these enzymes, in one of these areas. Something's going to go wrong. And at that point, it goes to this gene encoding, and they say, oh, well, the guy said gene's not working right. No, there's no catalase in there, or there's no other lactobacillus, or, you know, all of the different things that you need enzymes to break. If they're not there, the enzymes aren't going to be there, the molecules won't get broken up or assembled or whatever these enzymes do. But those are the manufacturing factories. This is what the sickness is all about. Probiotics virtually wipes this out. And catalase, they say the catalase just going to, they're the ones that said it. UCLA said it's virtually a fix for COVID. Basically, it's just therapeutic. And they say, and in addition to that, it's a repair, not a repair, but it's a therapeutic treatment for every single inflammatory condition. Right? And what happens in inflammatory conditions? Your body's being attacked by something it can't really fight off easily, and then you get invasion, which makes the tissues actually literally die and get consumed and destroyed, and then you get scar tissue, puts its scarring tissue, fibrosis over the top of where the damage was. The scar tissue doesn't necessarily do what the other tissue did. The other tissue might have flexed back and forth like this in the lung, or like this in your blood vessels, or like this in your heart, or a million different ways. And if you have the wrong chemistry and you don't have the correct chemistry, you're going to be sick. And what it boils down to in my world is that two bacterias create enzymes that fight back and forth. One of them says make zinc, and the other one says only make enough, and I'll stop you there. It's a dance between it's regulation is what it boils down to. All right? I hope that made sense. Thank you. God bless you. I got some Catalase. I got some probiotics. I got some health. Do as you think is best. But if you got issues with your health and it's been affected by probiotics one way or the other, I certainly would like to know. All right? I love you. God bless you. Stay healthy.